Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur and Hayati binti Usni. Today I will be presenting about consumer credit and how it relates to the growing concerns surrounding buy now pay later or BNPL service, especially in Malaysia. First is, what is consumer credit? Consumer credit refers to the ability of individuals to borrow money or purchase items with a promise to pay later. These include credit cards, personal loan, and more recently BNPL scheme. While consumer credit provides convenience and financial flexibility, it must be used responsibly to avoid long-term debt. What is BNPL? BNPL stands for Buy Now Pay Later. It allows consumers to split their payment into smaller installments, usually without interest, and has become very popular in Malaysia, especially among youth and online shoppers. Companies like Atome, SPayLater, and GrabPayLater offer this service at checkout. Issue with BNPL. Although BNPL seems convenient, there are several financial issues that come with it. First is overspending. People tend to buy more than they can afford because they don't feel the full cost immediately. Second is hidden debt. Many users have multiple BNPL purchases at once, which can add up and become difficult to manage. Third is lack of regulation. BNPL services in Malaysia are not yet fully regulated like banks, so consumer protection is weaker. Fourth is low financial literacy. Some users don't understand the repayment term of the penalties for late payments, which may affect their credit score or future borrowing ability. In conclusion, while BNPL offers flexibility at ease and ends, it is still a form of consumer credit that must be used carefully. It is important for users to understand the financial limit, read the term and condition, and ensure that they can make repayment on time. As BNPL continues to grow in Malaysia, both consumer and policymakers must work together to avoid it becoming a source of financial stress. Thank you for listening.
My name is Marna Shafika binti Ahmad Nazrul, and I want to talk about an important financial issue in consumer credit, over-indebtedness, especially related to Buy Now Pay Later or BNPL schemes. BNPL has become very popular on online shopping platforms like Shopee and TikTok Shop. It is often seen as a form of financial development because it gives more people access to credit, especially those who can't get traditional loans or credit cards. For many, it's a lifeline, especially during festive seasons and big sales days like 11/11 and 12/12, allowing them to buy what they need without paying everything upfront. However, there is a serious downside. The easy access and convenience of BNPL can lead to excessive use, particularly among young people. Many sign up for multiple BNPL purchases without thinking about their ability to repay. They may not have stable incomes and may not fully understand the consequences of missing repayments, such as late fees or higher interest charge. To address this, it's important to improve financial education so that people understand the risks of BNPL. In the end, while BNPL can be a helpful financial tool, it needs to be used wisely to avoid the danger of over-indebtedness among Malaysians.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur Alia binti Roslan. I will explain two important solutions to help reduce the overuse and misuse of Buy Now Pay Later or BNPL services. Firstly, we recommend that Buy Now Pay Later providers set credit limit based on the customer verified income. Right now, many users are given high spending limits without checking if they can actually afford to repay. This is dangerous because people might borrow beyond their means, especially students, gig worker or low-income individuals. By using bank statement, salary slip or verified income data, BNPL companies can set a safe limit. For example, only 20% to 30% of someone's monthly income. This helps protect users from falling into debt and encourage them to manage their finance wisely. It's also a fair practice that aligns with responsible lending and consumer protection. Secondly, there must be transparent disclosure of all fees, penalty, and payment terms. Many users don't realize the full cost of their buy now pay later purchases. Some think it's free until they miss a payment and get charged high late fees. That's why buy now pay later providers should clearly show the total repayment amount, the monthly installment breakdown, any interest involved, and what will happen if payments are late. This way, user can fully understand what they are committing to. A good buy now pay later platform will show you something like this item costs 600 ringgit. You will pay 150 ringgit per month for 4 months. If you miss a payment, there is a 20 ringgit late fee. This kind of clarity build trust and allow consumer to make smarter decisions.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur Adriana Aini binti Azmi. Today, I would like to explain briefly about the solution of our financial issues, which is over-indebtedness in terms of users. Firstly, users should set a strict monthly budget. A clear and disciplined budget is an essential when using BNPL. Users should evaluate their monthly income and fixed expenses such as rent, utilities, food, and transport before committing to any BNPL purchases. Once necessities are accounted for, only a small manageable portion of the remaining income should be allocated to BNPL repayments. For example, if your monthly income is 1,500 ringgit and your essential expenses are 1,100 ringgit, you should not commit to more than 100 to 150 ringgit in BNPL repayments, leaving room for saving and emergencies. On the other hand, users can track and limit BNPL usage by keeping a personal record or use an expenses tracking app that helps users to see how many BNPL transactions they currently have and when payments are due. It is also important to limit the number of active BNPL plans at any one time, ideally to 1 or 2 depending on income level. For example, if you already have 2 ongoing BNPL payments for a smartphone and shoes, you should wait until one is fully paid before taking on another item, even if there's a big sale.
In conclusion, consumer credit allows individuals to buy goods or services and pay later. While it offers the convenience, misuse can lead to over-indebtedness, where borrowers owe more than they can repay. High-interest products like payday loans in Shopee or TikTok often trap users in a debt cycle, especially if payments are missed or delayed. Besides that, buy now, pay later BNPL trend was this issue. True, it increases financial access, especially for youth and underserved groups. It can encourage excessive spending. In Malaysia, promotional events like 11.11 and 12.12, without fully understanding the risk, missed payments can lead to growing debt. For avoid over-indebtedness, both BNPL companies and users must act responsible. Companies should set limits based on income and provide transparent terms. Consumers need to budget, track spending, and understand the impact of debt. However, consumer credit can support financial needs, but when misused, it becomes a cause of long-term financial problem. At the same time, it can be helpful if the consumer can manage it wisely. Thank you.